Hey everyone, welcome to this new episode of Chet, and today on my show is someone very special. She's an alumnus from Babson College 2012, and she's CEO and founder of Whitenife Corporation, which is Asia's first platform for sustainable fashion. I introduce you to Sonia Agarwal. Hey Sonia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here today.
Babson College has been ranked number 1 in entrepreneurship 17 times.
Absolutely.
So, would you like to talk something about your college?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so proud to be a Babson graduate today. And I think it's one of the finest business schools that exists in the world today. It's located in a quaint town called Wellesley, which is about 20 to 30 minutes away off Boston. The class size is about 400 students, so it's just the right size. It's intimate enough, but it has 400 people who come from very diverse backgrounds, love entrepreneurship and business. And, probably you would hear a lot of success stories from Babson students. Sure. We already have a lot of them today. Babson essentially has 3 programs. So you have the undergraduate program, the graduate program, and the executive program. The one that I can certainly rave about is the undergraduate program. It's a 4-year course. You have to take 50% liberal art classes and 50% business classes, which while I was doing them, I didn't understand the importance of. But in retrospect, I think every business school should be structured in that form, because for you to be a successful entrepreneur, I think it's very important for you to have a context from different schools of thoughts. Yes. So when I was at Babson, I studied everything that I wanted to study. Like I did art history, I did philosophy, I did biotechnology, something that I've always wanted. And of course I did my math classes, I did my econ classes. But this was in addition to a class that I took with 2 Babson students, 2 engineering Olin kids, and 2 RISD design students. And we were put together in a classroom to come up with a new product, and which was a phenomenal experience. Yeah. I did business law, I did a lot of strategy and entrepreneurship classes. So there was one class that I did which was solving big problems. It suddenly took these larger problems such as global warming and broke it down into, or education systems, and broke it down to, what can I actually tangibly do, which I think certainly contributed to how I think today about these large problems. My favorite class at Babson, anyone who applies there, or probably you should apply there because of this class, is this class that I took with Professor Leonard Green. And a lot of who I am today is because of that one class. Okay. It's modeled around The Apprentice. At the beginning of the class, they pick 10 CEOs, and the professor just gives you one instruction that it is your class and you have to do what you have to do with it. Every week, you're given 3 consulting assignments to work on, which are real-life projects. So you could be consulting a spectrum of people from different company sizes. I consulted someone from a death management company to a local restaurant, to someone who was running a business out of their dorm room. We also consulted Ocean Spray, or a dog food company called Blue Buffalo, which does really well. So there are very different sizes of companies that we're working and interacting with. At the end of the consulting assignment, you're given virtual money. You have to pay your employees. There's employee poaching that happens. There's mergers and acquisitions that happen. So it's like a real world, but just
simulated.
Yeah. So I think that you hit it, right? I think Babson really stimulates what the real world environment is. And every person who does business is bound to make mistakes.
Sure.
But it's just that the cost of the mistake when you're in college is much lower. One of your first year classes, it's a 1-year program, and it's called the FME. Your class is broken down into 3 teams, and each team needs to pitch to the college a business idea. Okay, so you learn how to pitch to an investor, and they actually fund the business. So for an entire year, we have vendors, we have customers, we have suppliers. A lot of the companies that have actually started as a class program, they've actually sold off as companies in the future.
Wow, so it's like an incubator.
It certainly is, but as a part of your class. And all the profits actually given out for community development as a part of the charity program.
How amazing is that?
So, I mean, imagine when you are 18 years old, here's this college that's trusting you with, real cash and be like, go run a business because that's what you're supposed to do.
Splendid. It sounds amazing to me.
It's very hands-on.
Yeah.
It's very hands-on. I think take your college applications seriously, but not so seriously that you think that it's the end of the world. Obviously put in your effort towards your SAT programs. I mean, a lot more than I did. More than just jumping into the race of, let's apply colleges. Think about which colleges you genuinely want to apply to. Which ones do you fit in with, right? Like, every college has a personality. Does your personality sync in with the university's personality? I think that's the most important thing. A lot of students don't even ask the question saying, maybe they ask a macro level question saying, okay, do I need to study in the UK or do I want to study in the US? But what are the implications of that? Within the US, am I an East Coast person? Am I a West Coast person? Am I a public school person? Am I a private school person? I studied in Dhirubhai Ambani International School, and I'm so used to a very intimate teaching environment that had it been that I was thrown into a pool of 400 kids in a class, I would be very lost. So for me, Babson was almost an extension of high school because I had like 20 kids in a classroom. I knew my professor by his first name. I don't think too many universities offer that. So
they don't.
I think certainly thinking about universities as to, where do you fit in would be something that I would certainly do. The other thing I would do is, it's very hard to know what you want to do when you're 18.
Right.
So try it out when you're 16.
Which is what you did.
Which is what I did, right? So I started interning when I was like a schoolgirl. I took my first internship at CNN and IBN because I thought journalism and media was something that I was very attracted to. I realized early on I didn't want to do it.
Fair enough.
And then I was very drawn towards research per se. Here I was looking for a research lab internship, and what stumbled upon me was in an internship opportunity at AC Nelson, which is a market research company. And I was like, not exactly what I had in mind, but let's give it a shot. I think I realized that, okay, fine, I certainly like business.
Right.
Okay, and I dropped off verticals. Like I'm not interested in market research, I'm not interested in this, but I'm certainly interested in creating something. So I was narrowing down into what I wanted to do. I think it was when I took my summer program in Paris.
Okay.
And that was also a tester for myself, right? I was studying a luxury fashion management at Instituto Marangani. And that's when I realized, okay, fashion marketing is what I want to do. So it's very important to start early on and do this for yourself.
Yeah.
Like I recently was invited to a TED Talk at my school, and it was a very special moment for me. I met so many individuals who were like, if I do this, will that look good on my CV? And I was like, do it because you want to do it, and it'll help you grow as an individual. I've studied in one of the most competitive schools there is. And there were, everyone's got like everything that like a typical student should have. But I think
They all look the same.
They all look the same. So instead of worrying about how would the college look upon an activity if I do it because you feel passionate about it. And college will see that passion through.
Sure. Talking about your passion, Whitenife.
Right.
How did this occur to you?
I think I was always someone who is very passionate about the environment and the community. Since I came from a fashion family, I was certainly very passionate about it. But a lot of times I felt that my fashion choices didn't align with my ethical values.
Okay.
And it would tear me apart. I used to feel so torn about the idea that a bag that I may like would may result in like hundreds of animals being killed, or there's so many negative aspects of the fashion world that we either are unaware of or we choose to be blind to because we don't want to face the guilt. So that's when I was introduced to the entire concept of sustainable ethical fashion. And I started the company about 2.5 years back as a design company that works with animal-friendly materials. We introduced the world to a new material that is 90% close to elephant ivory.
Wow.
It's now PETA certified. The company got recognized as top 50 most innovative companies on the New York Stock Exchange. With that material, I had like work on my logistics, my supply chain. We worked a lot of private collection pieces with that. We did a lot of sculptural jewelry. We did the crown for Miss World Australia. About like 8 months back, I decided that, I didn't want to only save elephants. I didn't want to only restrict myself to one material. I wanted people to understand that sustainable fashion is the future. A lot of people think that it's a fad or a trend, but I think it's one of the biggest trends that's going to stay for like the longest period of time. So I decided to curate brands that are doing some phenomenal work all across the world. Today we have about 25 brands exclusively partnered with us. They're doing everything from using sustainable materials to like being animal friendly. Some of them are giving back to their community. There's this company that we're working with called Aubrey. For every bag that you buy, say a bag took 60 hours to make it, they provide 60 hours of education.
Wow.
Or there's a company that I'm working with in Indonesia. For every scarf that you buy, they grow 2 trees in like the rainforest. And they also employ women that have been trafficked. Earlier, I thought that my fashion choices didn't align with my ethical values, and now suddenly it was, I need fashion, and I can use fashion to empower communities, to address a lot of world problems. And I guess this links back to like my class that I took at Solving Big Problems at Babson as well. So I just feel like Steve Jobs says, in retrospect, everything connects.
Yeah, it does. I wish you all the best with your venture
Thank
going
you.
forward. I'm sure you do super well, and I'll be proud that you featured on my show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Please click the subscribe button below. Like me at facebook.com/chetchat101. Follow my Twitter handle, chetchat101, or at Instagram, chetchat101. Please leave your comments in the sections below. And if you'd like me to feature any particular college, please let me know. Thank you.